Questions for Coach Johnson?
So how was practice?
It was good. You know, we had yesterday off, and I thought they came back, and the energy level was good, and we got a lot done. We were able to play a little bit live for 5 or 10 minutes that we hadn't done in a while, especially offensively, so that was a good thing.
Did you get to scrimmage Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, we let the young guys scrimmage Saturday morning.
What's the schedule like for the rest of the week?
We'll practice tomorrow at the same time, and then go Wednesday morning, and then let them go home.
Coach, what has it been like for these second-year players who went through that season last year, but now getting ready for a bowl game, playing this late into the year?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I mean, I think that for the most part, our guys are pretty used to the routine and used to what's going on. And it's kind of been that way most every year for a long time.
For that scrimmage Saturday morning, how do you define young guys? How is that just
Guys who are red-shirted, guys who aren't going to play in the bowl game probably.
Anybody stand out? Or
Yeah, the quarterbacks both did look good. Lucas Johnson really, he had a 70-yard drive, and so did Jay Jones. They both looked good, made some plays.
How would you compare and contrast those two?
Compare and contrast Lucas and Jay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'll know more in the spring. They're both good athletes.
Coach, there's been some players coming out recently from other programs saying that they wouldn't play in their bowl game because they want to stay healthy. They're planning to go pro.
Yeah.
Just curious your thoughts on that.
I hadn't thought much about it.
If there were a player on your
If you
team
don't
that
want to
said
play,
that-
don't play. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty simple. Can't force people to play. If they don't want to play, don't play.
Can you understand a guy who
Yeah,
might be a high draft?
you know, I can understand the guys might be a first or second pick, yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would do that to my teammates, but I can understand the rationale behind it if you're a first-round player, yeah.
Notre Dame had a player last year, Jalen Smith, who probably was going to be a top 5 pick.
Right.
Broke his knee and ended up going second round. And
Yeah.
Lost maybe $15 million or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, it's, you know, it's a physical game, and when every game you play and every practice, I guess you run that risk.
Everybody make it through finals? Okay.
As far as I know.
Coach Gillespie, we're going to have for JT and Freddie, how rewarding is it to get back to a bowl game for them?
Yeah, I think it was good to get back to a bowl game for everybody, but all the seniors, especially. You know, we've got, if you count all the walk-ons and the guys, I think we got 16 seniors, so it's a good way. Hopefully we can go down there and play well and have a chance to win. It'd be a good way to go out.
You think guys sitting out of their bowl game will have a negative effect on the bowl system as a whole?
No, I don't think so. You know, unless it becomes way more prevalent than it is now. What do you got, 2 guys sitting out?
Yeah, as far as I know, as far as top team
So,
tiered bowls.
right.
You say as far as I know, does that mean there's more you might hear, or?
I don't know. You the guys are the ones who told me. I mean,
No, sorry, no, as far as regarding finals and grades and guys.
well, they don't tell me how they did on their finals. We don't have, unless it's not good. Yeah, you know, so I'm assuming no news is good news. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get a report, but it'll be like in January.
Can you talk about Dedrick Mills' progress this season and you know, his going into next year?
Yeah, I think it really helped him to come in the spring. I think he got a jump start on everybody, and he's a guy who loves to play the game. And, you know, I wish that he got to play more games this year for whatever the circumstances were. But I think if he'll continue to work and continue to do the right things, he's got a bright future. He can be really good.
Anything else for Coach?
Having that year off in between all the consecutive bowl appearances for you in the program, what has that done as far as your appreciation of the bowl system and all of the games that they provide?
Well, I don't think you ever should take anything for granted, but I mean, it's, you know, it was different last year because that's you know, it's my 20th, I guess, as a head coach, and we've been in postseason 18 out of the 20th now, 18 out of 20. So it's just kind of used to, that was more it was just different. You know, I don't know that it changed anything. It was just different.
Do you appreciate the opportunity it presents
Yeah,
for a
we
program to
always
bounce
have
back?
you know, it's always great to go to a bowl game, and it's a reward for the end of the year and having a good year.
When you think of Freddie, when you think of JT, what's the first thing you think of? How we remember JT and how we remember Freddie?
Well, JT's, I think he'll go down in, you know, Georgia Tech history as being a guy who was created a lot of memories. You know, he's winning twice in Athens, being MVP of the Orange Bowl game. Just some of the plays he made during his career, and you know, Freddie is a guy who's been really resilient, consistent, a guy who started, you know, converted. He was a tight end in high school and came in here and has turned into a guy that's center that may have a chance to play on the next level, so we'll see. But they've both been mainstays in the program. They both got their degrees. They've both been just great kids to have on the team.